Yo guys, what is up? It's your boy Vortex here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys another video in this particular evening, or depending on whatever time you are watching this video. I want to thank you guys so much for leaving so much support on my other video about, talking about Halo 6 and my ideas about new vehicles. A lot of people thought it was clickbait or whatever. It's not clickbait. I put Halo 6 in the title, new vehicles. And then it even says in the description, I'm going to be talking about new vehicle ideas. Obviously, I put new vehicle ideas. I want to bring in some more views. Maybe some more supporters that might want to, follow me on the journey to grow. There's nothing wrong with that. It's still talking about the, the concept of new vehicles. But anyway, not to get off subject, you guys left some incredible, amount of support. Got like around 3K plus views, a lot of likes. So we're going to be making this video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Halo 6 new exotic vehicle ideas. And, yeah, let's get right into it. Now, exotic vehicles, the difference between exotic vehicles and just, me talking about normal new vehicles, is exotic are like the vehicles that you wouldn't really see in the game. You really see them in only the campaign, story mode, or side games. For example, like the Mammoth, you only were able to play it, in the campaign. Another example, Grizzly Tank, from Halo Wars. You only able to play it in Halo Wars. It wasn't any other game. The Grizzly Tank was a much stronger vehicle, or a tank, that was in that was in Halo Wars for a certain leader, Sergeant Forge. But anyway, without getting off topic, let's get into the whole video about talking about new exotic vehicle ideas. These are ideas that I think would be perfect for being in Halo 6, whether it be only for Forge or custom games only. Some might be only for Forge, custom games, and maybe not even for matchmaking. So yeah, get right into it. First vehicle we have is First up is the Scarab, and now the Scarab, a lot of people obviously have requested this vehicle to come in. Now, a lot of people say, oh, it might not be fair or whatever, it's kind of game breaking, it's a Scarab, like in Halo 3, you have to go to the back of it to destroy it. A lot of people might think it's game breaking, but I mean, when you really think about it, it's kind of like with the Banshee, the Banshee in Halo 3, you couldn't really destroy with any weapons, or, I mean, obviously like a tank or something, but as a vehicle, but you couldn't destroy with any weapons in particular. So if you were to use for example, like a sniper from Halo 3 to Halo 4, or even Halo Reach, it would do a massive amount of damage to the Banshee. Because I don't know, they changed the armor. So what if in Halo 6 they could have done something like that with the Scarab? They could have had the Scarab take a massive amount of damage after being shot a lot of times. It wasn't such a game mode as in like Warzone or whatever. And for people who do not know what a Scarab is, or who is even new to Halo, who hasn't played the older Halos, Scarab is a four-legged spider-like vehicle. It's a super unit that the Covenant uses for their hard missions. As you see right there, just annihilated that vehicle. Here's some more vehicles that's going to annihilate. It has two primary weapons. It has a beam, a plasma beam, which is kind of like what the Hunters have, pretty much. It's the same, type of material. Now, also for the secondary weapon, it has an anti-air turret for air vehicles, and that is used obviously to take out air vehicles or anything in the air for aerial attacks onto the Scarab. Now it's not the strongest, and it's not completely anti-air, but it's something to use for when the Scarab is shooting on the ground and then there's something above it. So the anti-air turret can, shoot above. The Scarab is pretty slow. It can climb over multiple or just different objects, and like it just destroys anything in its path. Now in Halo 6, this would be good for a Forge or custom games. You can make some dope mini games out of this. Make a drivable, 3-for-3. Give us some fun. We've been with you since well, not 3-for-3 in particular, since day one, but Halo. People who have been, with Halo since day one, who has wanted to use the Scarab, has still not gotten to use one, and they're in like their 20s and stuff like that, probably even older. I'm 16, about to be 17, and, it's a while. It's been a while, and we still have not gotten this, so please, before we die of age or something, give us a Scarab. Give us something that we want. As you can see, the Scarabs even annihilate bases. In Halo 6, you can either have massive attacks on the Scarab for it to die, or for it to be destroyed by it being on the back, having the Spartan climb on board. Either way, they're free. But please give this to us in forged and custom games at least. On to the next vehicle, we have the next up on the list, we have the Vulture. The Vulture just destroys anything in its path. No mercy whatsoever. Now, it would be dope if we had a Vulture. It is an exotic vehicle because, again, it's in a side game. It was not really used. You can't first-person use it. Now, this vehicle would be slower than a Pelican, or maybe about the same speed. Slower than a Falcon, slower than a Hornet, slower than a Hawk, whatever flying vehicle. It has two primary weapons. It has a machine gun that, wrecks. It's kind of like a what's it called? Harrier. It's kind of like a Harrier off of MW2. Think of it like that. That's how big the bullets would be for Halo. Or you have the secondary target or weapon, which is the missiles. The missiles just do huge damage, rain on your opponent, and in game you can press Y for the missiles or for the machine guns. That would be good if they had that in Halo 6 for at least Forge or custom games. Again. Alright, now the Vulture, you guys have to remember, it's super slow. It would need to have tons of damage put into it for it to die. Now, there's a lot of pros and cons that can be made about that. But then again, guys, think about it. Who would not want a Vulture? If it had Warzone, for example, who would not want to use missiles to just annihilate anything? Tanks on ground. These Vultures annihilate anything in its path. Now, obviously, it can be balanced a little bit, but if you guys are going to put this in, Halo 6, make it fair, but don't take away too much of the fun features. You can press Y, use a machine gun, press Y to use missiles. Pretty simple, easy, one-seater vehicle. On to the next vehicle, guys. Let's get it. Now, next up we have the Cobra. Now, who would not want to have this vehicle? Look at that. Now, my Cobra just went against another Cobra. Right now, my Cobras are in lockdown, right? Meaning that it has a one-bullet laser that destroys and does so much damage to any vehicle. It's an anti-vehicle. It does, a massive amount of damage. You can lock it, or you can, have it just move around like that. Now, I have multiple, obviously, but one Cobra could take it out in about maybe 2-3 shots, okay? So think of it like that. Now, you can lock it down, have it not locked down. See, right now it's locked down, so it's going to do an ultimate amount of damage. But when you don't have it locked down, it won't do as much damage. Now, these Cobras do not do anything in the air. It can attack anything on ground, but it does more damage, and it does its best damage on, anything in vehicles. Now, in game, you can press Y, and I think it would be, just something cool to have. You can hijack it like a tank, and yeah, think about it. 3 for 3. Forging customers. Come on now. Oh, next on the list is the Vampire. It's an anti-air vehicle. I only got a little bit of footage, but I'll talk about it in the conclusion of this video. Now, it has two different weapons. It has a plasma cannon, and it has needlers, and a beam that stuns anything in the air. Right now, it's doing little damage, to that, and that's the primary function for anything that's not in the air. Now, usually you'll have a beam that'll stun anything in the air. It'll have it stay in place, and then it'll suck up its energy, and the needlers will attack it too. Now, in game, you can use this as having a button, Y for the main weapon, Y for the second weapon, etc. I think it'd be pretty cool. All right, guys. In conclusion, to wrap up this whole entire video, I still got some important information to announce. In conclusion, guys, about Halo 6 exotic vehicles, that could be in the game. Now, I do have a couple more videos on the list, but I could not have gotten, any gameplay or good gameplay to really further prove my point. So I'm going to kind of talk about it in this conclusion part, and talk about, why all these vehicles combined to be a good vehicle to be in the new game, Halo 6, whatever it will be called. Now, they said, don't forget, guys, they said after Halo 5, they're trying to make titles not with numbers. They're not trying to be like a Final Fantasy. That's what they said. So that's why it was like Halo 5 Guardians, Now Halo 6 would be Halo something, you know what I mean? It's gonna be something different. Now, anyway, a couple of videos I did not get to talk about the Mammoth. Now, the Mammoth is kind of like a second edition of the Elephant from Halo 3. If you guys do not remember that vehicle, it's a very slow vehicle. It has turrets on top, and it's very slow, but it has, very good armor. You can drive vehicles inside of it, drive it, have a bunch of people, be on top of it. It was actually a very fun vehicle. The Mammoth now is even bigger. If you played the Halo 4 campaign, you remember seeing the Mammoth. The Mammoth is a huge vehicle. Now imagine that being in Forge and custom games, maybe that big enough, or the maps that were big enough to contain that. Now, I don't know how it would work online. You would need a really, really big map. It might glitch the game having multiple people being inside of it. But then again, it would be a very cool feature to have. Something, you know, in Forge, you know, I don't know. But it's a very strong vehicle. Got huge lasers, huge machine gun turrets, a bucket load of armor, vehicles that can be carried inside of it. Guys, like, look up Halo 4 Mammoth, and you will find it on Google Images. It's crazy, okay? Now, another vehicle I did not get to talk about as much is Wolverines. Wolverines are vehicles that were in Halo Wars. Anti-air. It has rockets for grenade launchers for ground units, and then it has missiles that will lock on to anything in the air. It'll shoot a volley of about 12 to 24 missiles on each pod of the vehicle being fully upgraded. In-game of Halo 6, because Halo Wars is more of a RTS, right? So in-game of Halo 6, you would want to have it be a, what was it? You would want to have it be press Y, or to shoot just normally, you know, you would shoot grenade launchers, right? Or you can have a secondary person inside of it. They kind of switch up the functionality of how it works. And then in, you can press Y again to shoot the volley of missiles and stuff like that. You know, for anything in the air. Now, I think all these vehicles would be very good to have. Obviously, some of the vehicles we have to kind of be like switched up a little bit. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I love the support on the other video. If you guys have not seen the other video, it will be linked down in the description, the very first link. Me talking about other new vehicle ideas. Leave a 50 likes, guys. 50 likes, and we will do another video like this, a huge video talking about Halo 6 ideas. If you guys like my ideas, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Tell your friends about my channel. Leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed. Love you guys all. Have a nice day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I record Halo 5, Halo 6, Halo Wars 2, Forza Horizon 3, racing gameplay, anything. Love you guys all. Hope you guys support me in the future. Everything's going good, man. Have a nice day, guys.